Hey everyone, how you guys doing? I hope you all are doing fine. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. And if you're new here, my name is Aladi-Ada Akoh and you're welcome to my channel. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Today we have another special guest in our midst. We are happy to say that we are progressing with the interview series. We're coming back gradually, so stay tuned. Our special guest today is Charlene from Zimbabwe. So I'm going to, how do you call it? All the Zim people in the house, show some love. Okay, so over to you, guest. Please introduce yourself. What uni are you, and when did you move to the US? Just a brief introduction.
All right, thank you. My name is Charlene Kopara. Like what Aladi say, I'm from Zimbabwe, and I am in the US. I came in 2020, and I'm currently doing my PhD in chemistry. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah,
I
we're
am one
excited.
of the subscribers. I am one of the subscribers, so I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're really excited to have you here. It's nice. I don't think. Wait. This is the first Zimbabwean. How do,
Oh,
how do
that's amazing.
how do I pronounce it? Like I know the word, but the actual pronunciation. How do you call someone from Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwean.
Zimbabwean. Okay.
Zimbabwean.
Kind of
Yeah,
weird.
you did well.
You know, the thing is that I've never tried to pronounce that out. Like I always have it in my head. Like I know, like okay, is this word, but I've never said it out. So I guess. So yeah,
I
she's
get
the
it.
first person in this from Zim that has featured in this channel. So if you're from Zim, like I said, show some love. This is your sister right here. So anyway, today she's going to be sharing her story. Like you all know that this everyone's story is different, is unique. So like I'll always say, try to pick up the lessons, let the story inspire you, open up your heart, and receive. So yeah, I'm going to leave the mic for our guest. Just express yourself, do you go. So let's get rolling.
Oh, great. All right, thank you. So actually, the story is quite long. Sometimes you don't know where to begin, but like you said, I have time limit today, so I'm just going to be as brief as I can. Um, so for me, I had someone from work, and she saw that I'm interested in pursuing my studies, and he linked me to someone who was already in the US. So I started having conversation with the person and I showed my interest and he sent me the link that I can use to apply for my PhD. So I'm at Portland State University in Oregon State. So I did my application. It's a process. I took the English test first. So I had the GRE and the TOEFL. Then I completed my application and it all went through. So it's something that when you think about it, you think maybe it's not possible until you submit your application and then you receive an admission letter, which is the best news. That was the best news of my life that day. All right. So since I'm doing a PhD, I'm just going to share about how to do the applications and how to go about the process. So usually it's best to search for the universities that you're interested in and the department that you're interested in. So for example, I'm doing my chemistry. So my search engine is going to be a university that I'm interested in. For example, Portland State University Chemistry Department. You see the faculty members, you see their research. So yeah, from the department, it's good to look into the faculty members, see their research. If you're interested in the kind of research that they're doing, it's good to reach out to the professors and know more about their research and try to have emails with them. For me, I didn't use that route. I just did an application. I just went online and just looked at the chemistry PhD application portal, and I used that link and it led me to different faculty members, and then you still need to go through the webpage of that particular school that you're interested in, and look into the researches that you're interested in. So I found something that I was interested in, and so the application sort of give you like 3 options on the type of top 3 researches that you're interested in, which is something that is really amazing because you have more choices. Because sometimes you come here and then you realize it's not really something that you're interested in doing. So it's good to have more choices so that when you get here, you can be able to really choose the type of research that you're interested in. So yeah, so that's basically for the application. And when you apply, the way you write your statement of purpose, it really matters a lot. Make sure you present your story well. And for every school, they do have a type or a specific format for their statement of purpose. So in most cases, people think, so Charlene had this statement of purpose. If I can use hers, it will work for my other application. It's always good to look at the school's website and learn what they want in their statement of purpose, because mostly they do have the questions that you're supposed to answer when you're writing a statement of purpose. I think that's basically it.
Okay. Anyway, I have questions anyway. So, how long did it take you, like the application process? What was the timeline? Was it like a year or 6 months? When did you start applying? Like between the time you started applying till when you actually came to school?
I think it took me about I started my application in September. That's when most of the application windows are open for most schools. So that's when I started the application process, and that's when I took my English test as well during that time. And I submitted my application in December, and I was responded in January.
Okay.
Following year. Yeah. But it's quite a process. I started becoming serious in September. I've just been going through some websites. Like I was working, and I was still contemplating on whether I really want to do a PhD and if I can really get the PhD place in the US. But I became more serious and just following my link, the application links and the application portal in September. That's when I also took my English test.
Is it TOEFL?
I took the GRE and the TOEFL.
Okay. So, okay. I was going to ask if you took GRE too as well. All right. I guess that answers the question. And I was also going to ask, did you get any form of funding? The PhD program?
For most PhD programs here, the acceptance letter, it comes with, it's a fully funded scholarship with a teaching stipend.
Okay, so you didn't have to apply separately, you just came with it. It came with the offer.
It comes with the offer. Ooh. When you get the place, you get the scholarship, and you get the internship position. Yeah, it is really amazing.
Yeah, that's nice, because not every PhD, like so far so good. All the stories I've heard, not all of them come with that later. Some have to apply separately. So that's actually nice that it comes with it. And you said your school is Portland State University?
Yes. Okay. Portland
State University. Okay, I was just making sure I got that. And I think there's something that I kind of have a question on. You said they were like, when you were applying, they had like 3 research areas or something like that, like interest that you could choose or something. So does it mean that you necessarily, so if it is like that in your statement of purpose, because I know like you're encouraged to talk about like your research interest in your statement of purpose. So if you have had like 3 options to choose from or something like that, so what was your focus in your statement of purpose?
So my main focus was the first research which is my first option, something that I'm really in. And sometimes when you come here, so for example, I was interested in computational chemistry and drug designing. But when I get here, I couldn't get a research group that was doing computational and drug designing. Because maybe for my first option, I had someone doing computational chemistry, and my second option, I have someone doing drug designing.
Okay.
Yes, because sometimes you don't get specifically what you want, but you come and learn what different groups are doing.
and sort of merge that with your research interest. So for my statement of purpose, I focus on what I really wanted to do. I focus on computational chemistry and drug research and my background because it agreed more with my background. And I referenced some of the researches, which are different professors. One professor with computational chemistry based, and someone doing some drug designing chemistry.
Okay. So basically, you have to have an open mind within the 3 areas that you put in the application, I guess.
Yes, you need to have an open mind. And sometimes also when you get here in person, they also give you the option of circulating around different research groups. Sometimes you might say, I really want computational chemistry, but when you get here, you meet the different advisors, you see their personalities, you meet different groups, you talk to different students, you might think otherwise. So I'm currently different group. I'm not doing any computational chemistry. I'm not doing any drug designing. I'm doing something that is specifically different. So I start looking for the funding and a lot of interest. So when you come and you're on the ground, you start really seeing like, am I really interested in doing this? So they give you the opportunity of rotating around different research groups of your choice. Yeah.
That sounds really interesting because it's that way you're not stuck with something that you probably think you like, but you don't really like, maybe kind of situation. So yeah, I think I like that.
Yeah, so it's more like you have the whole term to really decide where you really want to focus on in terms of your research.
Beautiful. Okay, so one question again, I think it's still related to all the things I've said, but I know like there's this thing that we hear that if you want to do a PhD program, a professor in that department needs to be willing to work with you before they can give you admission. But the dynamics, how I'm kind of not really clear about yours because it's like you got the funding with the acceptance letter and you have like 3 options to choose from, like your research. So how does that work?
Yeah, so yeah, that's amazing because I once helped someone who wanted to do a PhD in biology. It was a different case for my case. So depending with the school, it's good to also see if the department, for example, and where I am, the chemistry department, they have funding. So they want students, they have different professors that are hungry for students. So that's why there's no really much need for you to communicate with the professor before you even come, because they are already in need of chemistry students. There's a lot of research and they need more people. But when I tried doing it, helping somebody with a biology PhD application, that's when I saw an email saying that we need to talk to the professor first. If they have thing, then they will accept you, and then that's how you get the acceptance, which was different. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, really? So
yeah, that's the traditional one. Like I'm hearing this your version like for the first time. Which is really interesting and amazing because that's one big hurdle for students.
Yeah. So it just depends with, I think mostly with your research. If it's, okay, I'm missing this out. But it depends with the school and their type of research in that particular year. Sometimes they're really interested in COVID-19 and they want more students. They want like a lot of different brains. So they are really in need of students, because even when I applied, they actually removed the application fees because they really wanted more students. They wanted. But you will never know about it because you are in Africa. No one is telling you all those things. And sometimes when you don't know which school, there are a lot of universities in the US, so it's difficult to see when they are in need of more students. So maybe I was lucky.
Oh, you're really blessed, because I think the other guy that I also interviewed, like one of my guests, he also mentioned that he didn't pay any application fee as well. So it's like it was waived for him. So I guess if you, some of us were not that lucky. We paid all the application fees. We didn't even get full funding, but I mean, mine was not PhD, so that's okay. And yeah, I think I've exhausted all the questions I have for you right now.
All right. So the visa application was a little bit difficult for me because I had my admission in January, and then there was lockdown in Zimbabwe in April, where we couldn't even travel to move to the big city. That's where the US embassy is, and I live out of the big city. So it became reading on how to schedule visa appointment. There were no appointments that were available online. So the only way of scheduling an appointment was sending an email to the consulate. And after sending the email, you're just hoping and pray that they will respond because they are receiving a lot of emails and they don't know anybody. So it took longer for them to respond. And when they responded, they were asking for all my admission letters, all my documents from my undergraduate here, and any other documents that they were interested in, acceptance letter, everything that you can send them so that they can schedule for a visa appointment. So I just sent all my documents. And from then I received an email from the consulate with a visa interview date, which was really amazing. And I went to the interview, and it was amazing because they didn't ask me a lot of questions. It was more of a social environment. Like for my interview, they just asked, "Oh, so what are your plans after your PhD?" And then talked about what my plan. So the plan is always to come back to your country, right? When you are in the consulate's office, and it went well. And they said, "So you have a relative in the US?" I said, "No." And they said, "Oh, you'll be fine. Just and come back tomorrow to get your visa." So that was my experience, and it was amazing, but it was stressful. Well, I hope I managed to say something.
No, I mean everybody's visa interview doesn't have to be like difficult. Like they have easy ones out there. So
Yeah.
Okay, on your story.
So and you have just been my inspiration, even when before the visa interview, I was like, no, it's possible. Even if I don't get it today, Alad said she went there 2 times, she got it the 3rd time. It's fine. I'll keep on going until I really get it right. So wanting to schedule this meeting was if I do something for your channel, if I'm going to encourage also my friends to like go and see, because I've been hyping them up, like go and look at Aladi, go and look at Aladi, you're going to see me. Someday I'm going to appear on your channel. And so some of them were like, is it going to be live? Should we tune in now? I'm like, no.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Can I put some of this conversation, like some of them in the actual video? Like I'll edit obviously mistakes out, but like this conversation we're having, can I put some of it in the actual video?
Sure. Find something that is really interesting and it's well said.
Yeah, I mean, everything doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I tell people. Like perfection robs of our joy, and it makes us not to be ourselves. You can't be perfect. Today we might look we're perfect, but if like maybe 2-3 years from now you look back and you're like, that's trashy. Like, what's this? What quality is this? So things are gonna get better. Like there's going to be more improvements. So just that now, you can't compare like your day one with, I guess this something I saw on social media. Somebody wrote that you can't compare your day one with another person's day 90.
That's very true. And even with that day one, we are different. We are uniquely different.
Yeah.
Some people start up there. Some people start from the bottom. We're different people, but just have to be yourself and focus on what you love doing. If it brings you joy, why not?
Yes, you only live once, YOLO. At this point, guys, I hope you were able to pick 1 or 2 things from Charlene's story and explanation, like her PhD journey. So everything doesn't have to be difficult. Like some things have to be soft and easy. So you see, like everybody's experience doesn't have to be like, oh, I struggled, I prayed too much, like, that kind of thing. Like some things just come, like if you do your research, obviously you have to do your research, like from what she said, she's been surfing the net and all that stuff. And at this point, Charlene, I'm sorry. I'm trying to not murder your name, but usually before I end it, I usually ask my guests, like, do you have any last words for people who are watching you? Like, what do you want to say to your fellows and loved ones and the other people? So, do you have any words for them?
Yeah. Maybe I'll just say, like, be yourself. If you have something that you're interested in doing, if you really want to do these applications, it can be it can be a difficult process for you. But if you are determined, just give it your time, just give it your all, and you will get it. And advise people to come and join the chemistry department.
Ooh, free advert. Yeah, Portland State University, right? Yeah, there's no need hiding these opportunities. We want more African students, more people to join the movement, get more education, especially, sorry, I'm going to be biased here, especially my girls. I want more of you out here. So I'm proud of you, Charlene, like doing a PhD in chemistry. It's not for the weak. So I'm really like, when I saw your message and you're like PhD in chemistry, I was like, "Ooh, that girl, yeah, go girl!" Like I'm like, yeah. So guys, you guys should encourage Charlene to start her YouTube channel. She's trying to start. So by the time I'm going to post this video, if she eventually starts it, the name of her YouTube channel will be on the screen. Her Instagram as well, I think, will be on the screen and in the description box, so you can check that out. And yeah, hopefully she's able to start a channel. Okay. Tell them what to do with this video. Tell them subscribe, like, those things.
Yeah.
No, start from there. Not like tell them what to do.
Subscribe to my YouTube. And we'll talk more about the applications.
Okay, so guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment, do all that good stuff, and follow both of us on Instagram, handles right here. And guys, I think we've come to the end of the video. Thank you to our wonderful guest for coming in to share her story, and I hope you guys learn one or two things from the video, and do not forget to share. See you.
Bye. Thank you for having me. I'm always looking at your videos and I'm inspired. So what inspired me, what it is looking at your face videos, you a student with your short hair, and looking at you now. Every time I'm looking at you, I once posted you on my WhatsApp. Of course, you don't have my number, but it was just something that motivates me.
Ooh.
You are yourself. You've been yourself. Till you are here where you have advanced cameras, you now have the perfect video quality, but you just started from working to school.
Yeah. I started with my iPhone 7 Plus.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's why I say I also need to do this. Because people in Zimbabwe, they don't really talk more about these applications. That's why we don't really meet a lot of Zimbabweans here.
Yeah, you should do that.